Greetings, everybody. Screencast number 2. This screencast is going to be shorter, all right? Because that's my goal. And yesterday got too long. So ready, set, go. Object of the game today. We're taking a spreadsheet with lots of numbers, hence the name lots of nums, and we are going to do some calculations on it, all right? And so what we have over on the right side are some headings: largest, smallest, average, and sum. And we're going to learn how to have the computer pick out the largest number, the smallest number, calculate the average, and add them all up. Now, yesterday you learned how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and do an exponent. And that same concept could be used here for the sum and even the average if you know your math stuff. But what we want to do is highlight this little guy right here. Okay, these are where there are some built-in functions for the spreadsheet. Now, if you cannot see this kind of capital backwards looking E-like symbol, okay, then you want to make your browser window bigger, or in the case of keeping it tamed down because you want to have the video on the other side, there are 3 dots. It says more. Notice when I made my window smaller, now I have to go here to see them. But what I wanted to point out was we could study spreadsheets for a long time and never even scratch the surface to all of the built-in functions that are available, right? You have functions for engineering, financial. Maybe some of you have a parent or someone in your family who works with spreadsheets, right? They have a job in engineering, they have a bank, so anything like that you might have use for as that kind of career. All right, cut to the chase. How do we find the largest number in this entire row of numbers right here? Okay, well, the first thing you do is you click in the cell that you like to calculate, or in this case, find the largest number. Okay, now I'm going to use the easy way, but you can also type these in. Okay, I want to use what's called the max function. So if I hit the drop down, it's one that I've used before, and if it's not in this list of preset or previously chosen ones, okay, there are a number of ways you can find it, right? You could go to all and look for max, all right? It is in one of these subsets too. I would imagine it's probably under, what family would make sense here? Not logical lookup, maybe math or statistical, but I don't think you'll have a problem finding it. If you ever did have a problem finding it, you could type it in too, equals, and then the word max. All right, anyhow, I'm going to choose max. Now, again, I could have typed that, equals MAX, and then use a left parenthesis. Now, what you want to do is tell the computer the range. That's what this is called, the range of cells that you would like it to look for the largest number from. Okay? Now, this could be typed, or if you're kind of handy with the mouse, all you have to do is kind of take and click in the first cell with your mouse. This one's kind of tricky, but you're going to click in this cell and drag over all the way through the other cells. All right, so if I go from here and I drag all the way across, right, it's going to take the max from A2 to M2, right? And if I hit return, look what it does. It finds the largest number in that row. All right, and if you look carefully, that was in column 5. Isn't that cool? All right, now I'm going to delete that. You don't have to delete yours, but what I wanted to point out was I could have typed in equals, max, left paren. I could have typed in the ranges or used my mouse. Sometimes it's hard to select them with your mouse because you get a big range and it's hard to let up on it. So I could have easily typed in A2 colon M2, right paren, press return. It calculates the largest for me, all right, or finds it. Okay, now you learned this yesterday, right? Use the fill handle all the way down, bam, it found the largest number in each of those rows. Isn't that cool? You understand? Max. All right, now these next 3 are very similar, and I'm going to, encourage you to either find out what works for you, either using the typing technique or the dragging technique. But for the smallest, as you would assume, that's going to be the min function. Okay, you can use kind of a hybrid. Watch this. If I go as min, I can type in my range because I already know what it is. It's A2. It's the same range as the max. A2 colon M2, right paren. That was faster. Okay, I can type that faster probably than I could have with the mouse. Okay, now here's another trick. I want to calculate the average. Notice I didn't fill that one yet. Okay, advanced technique. You can fill all of these at once. All right, let's do it. How do you calculate the average of A2 through M2? Well, you can use this, or you could type it, or use a hybrid. All right, I'm going to go average. Then I'm going to type in the range, A2 colon M2. I keep putting that left paren in there out of habit. You don't need to because it's already in there, so you might have saw that in the previous one. All right. And so, oh, I got an 823. I'm looking at, why do I have all that? All right, A2 to M2. Sorry about that, guys. There's the average. Okay, now for the sum, I'm going to type this one because I know it. It's equals sum left paren. A2 colon M2 right paren. Return. Now, what I want to show you too is how to take that average and kind of trim it down. Okay, this is a formatting technique. I would like the average to show 2 decimal places only. All right, it's showing as many as it will fit into that cell. Okay, to format your numbers, go up here and choose from the 1, 2, 3 drop down. Well, actually, I can do it one of 2 ways. I can choose that, or I can decrease decimal places right here. I think I'm just going to do that for now. It may be a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, now it's showing 2 numbers. Okay, now the massive fill. Select these 3 cells. That's tricky, right? Click in the cell that has the 7 in it and drag your mouse over. Now notice I'm not filling, I'm just selecting. Drag in the middle, just like that. Now you can take this fill handle, drag downward, and just like that. You've taught the computer to find the largest, smallest, average up the numbers in A2 to M2, and so on all the way down, right? Now that's a lot faster. The computer can do that in literally the blink of an eye, okay? All right, the other thing I want you to do, take these column headings and color them, right? The background of the cell, not the text, right? This is text color, this is fill color. So choose a fill color for all of them that you like. I like green. And then if you would like to mix in a nice complementary text color, go for it. So what would look good with green? Packer fans, green and gold, that's a little obnoxious, okay? Maybe a gray, maybe just go back to black, okay? Oops, wrong one. So you guys can decide what kind of font color you would like, okay? Mess around with them. All right, that is it for today's screencast. All right, how did I do? Not sure on the time yet, but hopefully it was under 10 minutes. All right, folks, turn this in, and you are done for the day. Adios.